is the number one fear of a human being, not death. Death is number two. A human being is more afraid of public speaking than death. Death is number two. So what happens when you come and stand in front of a group of people and deliver a lecture? Like Varibel joke, building strong here, basement weak. You will experience that. I will experience that. Like when you make a speech in front of a group of people, this leg will shake literally, and it will look as if your earth is shaking below you.
So you can build yourself to speak in front of a stage, that can hold for 2 minutes maximum, not more than that.
No, at least you are talking about 2 minutes. The first minute is the nightmare. First 2 minutes are absolute nightmare. If you can stand for 2 minutes, you can stand further. First minute, you would have prepared everything. Everything is ready, and the words are actually coming here. Stop. Fear.
No, I had a situation, same thing. I made up my mind I want to speak in front of a stage. That's the first time. During I completing my school and I was studying my college. I made up myself. I prepared. I was speaking in the stage, not maximum more than 2 minutes. Then it was shivering, sweat coming out.
Correct. So fear affects our communication. Like you said, when you see in a group of customers, and 2-3 guys are not reacting to you, their body language is bad, negative, and they are like every time you are speaking, they are trying to interrupt you. You get that some kind of tension in you, that nervousness starts, and lack of confidence. Suddenly you have self-doubt. Am I doing right? Is it possible? So that affects our communication. Fear affects our communication. Similarly, anger can affect our communication. Emotion. Being emotional. When you get angry, you end up saying certain things that you don't mean, right? And you lose your cool. That is why, if you recollect, your grandma or grandpa used to say that when you get angry, count till 10 before you say something, or they say have a glass of water before you talk. So what they are trying to do is they are trying to say, take that space, take that time to think and then respond. So all this, the emotion, when you are emotional, your communication gets affected.
How to control the emotions on that?
That's a barrier. You should not be emotional. Okay, that's one. When you're angry, don't communicate. When you're afraid, take some time. And for me, the karma vadikara say ma pare sukadachana. That's the biggest learning I have in my life. I have no control over results. I have absolute control over my effort. And as I keep making more and more efforts, as I keep improving my efforts, obviously the result will be better. Why worry about the result? I like MS Dhoni for that. He is not a great batsman. He is not a great wicket keeper. He is not a great captain. He is not. Ganguly is better captain than MS Dhoni any day. Any day, in terms of thinking, in terms of passion, in terms of involvement, that alone he can take the team to an extraordinary level. The reason why MS Dhoni is so successful is because he is cool. He does not. I never thought that the Indian team would win World Cup. If you actually go back to the preliminary stages, we were playing pathetically. We were not, except for that Bangladesh match where Virendra Sehwag scored 175 runs, we never looked like a dominating partner, a player, a team. We were not dominating. Like you look at Australia when they won the World Cup, or Sri Lanka when they won the World Cup, they looked dominating. They were winning all the matches, and they look like every time they win like 2 wickets for 8 wickets to spare, with some 5 overs to spare. That's how Australia wins. We were winning like we were scraping. But this man held his nerves when it mattered the most, and he said this team will mature when it is required the most. I didn't believe that. When every press conference he used to keep saying this, this team, they're taking time, there are certain lacunas, some problems we have, but this will mature. And you saw that team coming of age, in the quarterfinals against Australia. In the same, when it mattered the most, they were there, and this man was all cool. So when you're emotional, you are not at your best. You have to cool down. That's what we call it as maturity. You have to bring in that maturity level. And he tends to be philosophical. And whenever he loses a series or whenever he loses his test match, he is analytical. Okay, we tried our best, but these are the weaknesses we need to work on. He's very clear. His analysis is very, very good. Like many times I see, more than Captain Dhoni, he may become better commentator Dhoni. His analysis is very good. The way he communicates is very good. So we have to be cool. That's one way. Barriers. If you come to barriers, we have physical barriers. Like if you have a customer who is constantly disturbed by phone calls, it's better to set up another appointment and come and meet up with him. Like he is not focusing on to what you're saying. So ideally, when we are in front of a customer, we have to keep our mobile switched off or in silence mode so that we are not disturbed. That affects the concentration. Okay? So physical barriers should be avoided. Language barrier. Okay, everyone talks in English, but if you're moving into market like Noida, Delhi, you must be well versed. If not well versed, at least you should be able to understand what the guy is speaking in Hindi. If you don't understand Hindi, no point going to Noida, unless you have a customer who understands English.
Sorry, I will take just a minute.
Yeah.
I'll share my experience. I do not know Hindi much. The first company I joined in Noida, I just went for a Gurgaon Manesar. Manesar, there's a Maruti factory. Nearby there, there's a subsidiary company which supplies spare parts. We are into a tooling company, so we go and see what the customer requirement is, how far we can help him. That the manager of the company called me. He made me sit there. He offered me a cool drink. I was just speaking in English. He was just looking at me just for 2 minutes. Then he said, "Speak in Hindi." Then only I'll give my requirement. I said, I don't know Hindi. I know a little bit. What you know? Thoda malum. That's all. Nothing more than that. So you can please offer me whatever your requirement in English. He made me to wait for more than 5-10 minutes. Then he said, our country is Bharat ka bhasha hai, Hindi hai, aapko Hindi ko baat karo, fir mein requirement de raha hu. I just waited for 10 minutes. I said, sorry, I'll learn Hindi, at least to inquire what requirement you are, I'll come back.
There is a wrong perception in the north that people from south hate Hindi. Right? If you go talk to people, they will say, how come, I speak Hindi quite well. How do you speak Hindi being from Chennai? Who said that Chennai people don't talk Hindi? Yeah, they'll ask them like that. So there's a wrong perception altogether in the north, right?
Yes. Actually, thanks to wrong leadership, a generation of Tamils lost out on Hindi. Yes. Thanks to wrong leadership.
Yes,
Look at all those leaders, have their children, their grandchildren, do they speak Tamil? Let me show a quote. I heard Danny Maran speaking in Tamil in Perambur some time back. Pathetic Tamil. Because he is a foreign returned, he knows, he can speak very well in English, he can speak very well in Tamil. So, one generation, I get a lot of these people from Tamil Nadu.
I have friends who are born and brought up in Tamil Nadu, having gone out of Tamil Nadu yet, but speak very good Hindi.
Okay.
Good people like that.
Very good. Point is, I get a lot of people from Dharmaburi, Madurai, down south to engineers who need a job. The English is getting affected because they don't know sha and sa. Very unfortunate, right? Because somewhere, 30 years back, the Chief Minister MGR or Karnataka those days, they said you should remove sha and sa from this language because they are Sanskrit words, letters. They are not able to say she. We teach English to these people. They can't get this she or sa. Forget Hindi. They can't speak English because of this lacuna in the system. It's a big mistake. We have to learn from a community which said Yadum Ure Yavarum Keliyum. I mean, the lesson was go to the world and look at a global village. That was the message. But unfortunately, we changed that 30 years back and we became totally local. Unfortunately, that is affecting a huge generation. Come on, thanks to IT today, we don't feel the gap much.
Yes, yes.
If there is no IT,
Yes.
you have to only look for a job within Tamil Nadu because you can't step out of Tamil Nadu. You will not get a job anywhere else because you don't know how to move around with the common public or your co-workers. That was the case. Now, thanks to IT coming into Chennai,
A lot of.
and thanks to IT, even if we go out of the state, we can still survive because there is a sizable English population, English-speaking population. Language. If we don't know the language, you have to learn that language or forget that market. Language is important. Like many people are learning Chinese now. Many people are learning Japanese now. Many people are learning French because of the market that they are dealing with. So language becomes a barrier. So we need to overcome that. To overcome that, we have to learn that. And of course, even Thoda Thoda Malum is good. So you learn that. Nothing is impossible. I had a friend, I had a colleague. He was working in Chennai. He was from Kerala, but he was totally born and brought up in Chennai. He doesn't know Hindi. Overnight we transferred him from Chennai to Mumbai. First 3 months he was struggling, but after that he picked up. Okay, and made his life in Mumbai.
Now you learn Tamil here?
Who?
You yourself?
No, I am Tamil.
Okay, you're from.
By birth I am a Tamil. But I was brought up in Hyderabad. So thank God for that. I thank my stars for that. That I was in that time. If had I grown up in Chennai, I would have learned Hindi. Believe me. So the more you are outside, you are no more frog in the well. You know, your entire vision changes. You become more of pan-Indian. And today it's not only Indian. You should be a global citizen. You should know everything that's happening around the world because today IT, thanks to IT, you know, the world is a small village, right? So language, motivation. If I'm not interested to speak to you, what does my training program look like? Selling skills is important. Communication skills is important. And I just run through this pages without life. How would you feel?
You would have taken calls and
Calls, or you would have probably switched off and you will be busy thinking about something else. So I have to be motivated to talk to you so that you can be motivated to hear me out. And if you're not motivated to sell your product, many salespeople come to sell me so many things in my office. You know, like I find that they're not there. The passion is not there. So if motivation is not there, you can see that becomes a barrier. Similarly, if the customer is not motivated to hear you, that can also become a barrier, right? You say, okay, I'll get back to you. Through his body language, through his tone, you can understand whether he is with you, he is motivated to listen to you or not. So motivation becomes a barrier. So you have to motivate the person, you have to motivate yourself to talk, and you have to create some interest. What is he interested in? What is the customer interested in? Why should he listen to you? There is a... Yeah, sorry.
whether we can meet with the requirement.
Exactly. This is the question. WIIM. What is in it for me?
Yes.
If you have something that is giving me some benefit, I'll be interested. I'll be motivated to listen to you. So, if your product, if your service answers this WIIM question, he will be motivated to listen to you. You can overcome this barrier.